Mr. Laser Eyes himself, Michael Saylor, getting ready to sell $216 million worth of MicroStrategies stock. Saylor said earlier he would use the proceeds from the sale to address personal obligations and buy more Bitcoin in his personal account. Here's the thing. I don't care what Michael Saylor does with the money. It's his stock. It's his money. Spend it on whatever you want. I have no problem also with people selling, assets, whether it be stock or crypto, pulling profits. Great. Good for you. But what I'm questioning is MicroStrategies as an investment vehicle on the flip side of a Bitcoin ETF. Because what did we see out of Cathie Wood earlier where she totally exited Grayscale? Because if it doesn't get approved, it's going to be a less desirable investment vehicle. Now, he says it's not going to affect MicroStrategies. The demand will still be there. But his actions are showing us something a little bit different. If he would have just said, hey, I have personal obligations or want to buy stuff, I'd say, that makes sense. But it makes no sense to sell stock, take the tax hit, and then buy Bitcoin on your personal side. Like, why would you do that? Just hold the Bitcoin in MicroStrategies. You get the tack on business for free. Like, you don't need to make that transition and get hit with the tax hit unless you know, MicroStrategies value probably going to go down. To me, it's all about the risk. There are loans attached to those Bitcoins, and it's not that clear where those loans could get called. How low could Bitcoin go before there's an issue? And there's just extra risk there when compared to a Bitcoin ETF with low fees, things like this. We saw Cathie Wood also, exit Grayscale completely for the same kind of reason. Post a Bitcoin ETF, if Grayscale isn't part of the club, it's going to be a less desirable investment vehicle. There's probably going to be a big discount on those shares opposed to how much Bitcoin's being held because people just aren't going to want it. They're going to want to go with the Bitcoin ETF vehicle. And I think Michael Saylor sees the writing on the wall and he's trying to act quick, pull some money off the table. And again, I have no doubt he will invest that in Bitcoin. That's not my quibble here. I want to know, for all the people out there that hold MicroStrategy stock, if that's a good idea to hold through this Bitcoin ETF process. What seems like it would be, wildly bullish for, MicroStrategies and other, Bitcoin type of investments. It may not be for specific things. Things like MicroStrategies, things like Grayscale, if they don't get through the door. We just don't know at this time. So something to keep in mind. Not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to sell your MicroStrategy stock by any means. I'm just saying think about this. Because a lot of people are telling us, wow, this doesn't affect anything. But their actions are showing us something entirely different. And if you hold some of these less desirable investment vehicles, you may run into a buzzsaw. Doesn't affect those of us that hold crypto directly. We self-custody or even hold it on an exchange. Not going to affect that type of thing, but it could. Things like MicroStrategy stock, Grayscale, and other types of exposure to the crypto space that may be less desirable once these ETFs start making it through the door. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Inc.